News Sponge, all about the news.
It's exactly 1 minute gone past the hour of 9 a.m. A very good morning to you and thanks for staying with us on Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorraine. This is the News Sponge, a news and current affairs compilation of topical story headlines making the rounds. I am your host. My name is Bisola Oduwole. Suleiman, you're welcome. And here are the headlines trending in the news today. Nigeria expresses readiness to work with U.S. President-elect Trump. First Lady, others pay condolence visit to the home of late Chief of Army Staff, Lagbaja. Egbetokun cancels all activities in honor of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lagbaja. Federal government reaffirms commitment to youth-friendly policies. Over 100,000 vehicles converted to CNG, PCNGI. Governor Lawal bans all non-statutory deductions from Zamfara workers' salaries. And in Bauchi State, Bauchi approves 3 billion naira for purchase of grains. And on the minimum wage for workers, Makinde approves 80,000 naira for your workers. Obaseki converting political appointees to civil servants, 6 days to hand over, says APC. Federal Road Safety Corps says road fatalities decrease in Kogi. Medical doctors withdraw services at Kanu's Specialist Hospital over alleged assault on colleague. Overhaul transportation scheme, NANS urges Southeast governors. Group demands resignation of IGP over alleged right violation of minors. Kwara police arrest 3 for beheading motorcyclist in Ilori. And in Niger State, gunmen kill 10, burn homes in Niger's Sabungiri district. Moving on from that to the foreign scene, African leaders including Tinubu and Mnangagwa congratulate Donald Trump on U.S. election victory. Elon Musk's wealth rises by $13 billion after Trump's victory. And in South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa meets Prince William during William's South Africa's visit. Hezbollah fired about 120 projectiles into Israel. And in the world of sports, NFF in discussion with Dangote, others on payment of coach. AFCON Osimhen returns as Eguavon invites 23 for Benin Rwanda Games. West Ham's Kudus ban extended to 5 games. No contact with new Man United boss Amorim, says Van Nistelrooy. And those are the major headlines making the rounds in the news today. It was compiled and edited by Joseph Emiribe. For sponsorship or advert placement, kindly contact our sales and marketing office on 0912 929 4332 or 0907-722-7120. Coming up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we take a look and have an in-depth analysis on some of the topical story headlines making the rounds. Don't forget you can follow us by logging on to our website, www.diamondfm.net. You can also go straight to our social media pages at Diamond 887FM on Instagram and Facebook, and at Diamond FM Ilori on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and follow these pages. I am Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. The Diamond Breakfast Show commences shortly. Please stay with us.
Hour after hour of quality programming all around the clock with us. Every second and minute counts when it comes to bringing you the best of programming on radio. Diamond 88.7 FM remains your best bet. Be it sport, talk radio, entertainment and music. One thing is certain, we've got you.
The major talking points in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
Nigeria don't spoil my business too much. Nigeria is too hard for us. I mean, they want to kill us. Father, not kill us for Nigeria. Oh, please, help us beg them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
How can you hold in the mean? This is intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice genuine democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DBS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorry, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're still tuned in and listening to your one-stop dial, Diamond 88.7 FM. Lauren, and you are welcome to the Diamond Breakfast Show. This is a current affairs program where we discuss social issues, political issues, national issues as it affects us as a people and as Nigerians. We dissect the stories in the studio every Monday through to Friday at 9 a.m. with our guest analyst in the studio, and also you listening at the other end of the radio. We also open up our platforms to you to give your reactions to the stories that we have brought forward on the program. As much as we would like to air our opinions and comments, please ensure that your comments are short and precise and it's devoid of any false statements. We deal with facts right here on this platform. Welcome to the program this morning. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. It is good to have you join us on the Diamond Breakfast Show, the Thursday edition. And this morning, we're taking a look at a diverse set of stories. We're taking a look at the just concluded U.S. elections, where Donald Trump is now the president-elect. He is going to become the 47th president of the United States of America. That particular election has been followed by everyone around the world, leaders from all spheres of life, as whatever happens in the United States has a direct or indirect impact on so many nations across the world. So it was an election that a lot of people actually followed. And then we'll be moving on from that to the national grid collapse, which is worrying. It's something we have talked about time and time again, and it continues to happen in our dear country, Nigeria. We'll be taking a look at it, the factors contributing to the frequent collapse of this, and what we can do or what can be done, how we can prevent this in the nearest future or stop it completely, as it were. And joining me in the studio this morning to have an analysis of these stories, I have with me a public affairs analyst, a social commentator, a comrade. I have Comrade Ahmed Adeyemi in the studio. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, listeners out there, and good morning.
Good morning. It's good to have you. This is my first time with you on the program.
Thank you very much.
All right, it's a pleasure. All right, this morning, let's quickly take a look at the global stage. Let's go to the United States of America this morning. And after predictions of a tight election and a very long vote count, Donald Trump won an overwhelmingly victory to return to the White House after his unusual campaign. Now, Trump, the Republican standard bearer, defeated Vice President Kamala Harris of the Democratic Party on Wednesday to become the 47th president of the United States. Now, this has it has gotten a lot of reactions from different quarters. A lot of people are talking about it. Leaders all around the world are congratulating Donald Trump and are looking towards collaboration with him when he becomes the 47th president of the United States. But let's take a look at the election, how the whole thing went, the voter turnout, how the election was conducted, the way people conducted themselves. Let's take a look at it and see, what are your thoughts? Did you see this coming? Did you see Donald Trump winning this election before now?
Well, I would say most people didn't see it coming, but I think some few people actually felt Donald Trump was going to win, and like you said, overwhelmingly because
it was a wide gap.
Yes, in the sense that this is the choice of Americans. Americans, they think about their well-being, their welfare. They are always particular about themselves, and I think every country should take a clue from what the citizens of America has done. Because now it is about the citizens. It is not about the rhetoric of whether the world, what the world thinks about it. They don't care what the world thinks about it. They are thinking about their well-being, and they feel that Trump is going to do well, especially regarding the economy and the immigration policies that he has laid down. And this is what has won the election for him. Wow. So I think every part of the world, citizens should take clue that, see, this is about us. This is not about the leaders. It is not whether this leader or any emotional attachment to any leader. It is not about that. It is not about whether they are from our tribe or whether they're from our ethnic group.
Or they practice our religion.
Yes, this is not about it. This is about somebody that is going to come up and do what we want him to do. So this is what Americans have demonstrated. They've demonstrated that they are well educated, and the electorate in America, they are very educated and they know what they want. They can articulate particularly what they want about the policies of government and what they want them to do. And this is about who I think. See, I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed with because the world leaders, because of the happenings in the world, the Ukraine war, the Middle East war, and all the rest. I think world leaders wanted Kamala Harris to win.
Okay.
Yes, even in the European Union, they wanted Kamala Harris to win because they know that Trump is not going to support them. He's not going to, not going to spend American money supporting people that are fighting wars. That's what he has said. And Americans understand it. They understand it well because they showed it in the ballot. And this is what we are talking about. You see, I wish this is Nigeria, where we can make such statements.
Now, talking about wishing it is Nigeria, now let's quickly take a look at what former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the presidential candidate for the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 election said about it, while also congratulating Donald Trump on this election. He highlighted some lessons for his own country's landscape. That's our country now, Nigeria. focusing on the need for transparent and credible election. He said that this particular election was transparent enough, it was credible, that Nigeria should take a cue from that. Now, let's quickly take a look at the lessons that Nigerians can pick. Nigerians, the electoral body, the government, what lessons can we take from what the United States of America has done?
With high regards to the former vice president Atiku Abubakar. When he was the vice president, I think these are some of the policies that would have been put in place. You see, because what we have in Nigeria is institutional systemic problems. You understand? Assuming he was there, assuming they implemented policies that would make the electoral body to be very independent and would not be accountable to anybody in the government, I think this is where we should have started. I think if they had done that when he was vice president, when they had the powers to do so, Nigerians would have been enjoying good electoral, system in this country. And, this is where we are, because this is where we have found ourselves. Because Nigerians don't believe in the electoral system. Assuming Nigerians believe in the electoral system, it wouldn't be like this. The electoral system is key in making Nigerians believe in that system. Okay. And you see, believing in leaders, like now, they've done the election in America. No matter what anybody says, nobody can criticize the election. Kamala Harris himself has accepted defeat because it was transparent. You see, everybody was watching it. We saw people lining up. Nobody was pushing them away. There was no, somebody shooting guns.
Then there were also real-time updates.
Yeah, the result. Good. The real-time updates to show that, see, this is the election and this is what we would have achieved in the last election. But the electoral body did not make it possible. They made people felt they wasted their votes. So this is a way. I'm not saying what Atiku has said. What he has said is in line with what every leader should have said. Okay. That yes, we should take a clue from what they have done there. Yes, but you see, when you are in such positions, you too should do well. You should make sure that those systems, those policies, because it might come to haunt you. Yes, it might come to haunt you. So it's a lesson for everybody. Any position you find yourself tomorrow, you better put policies in place, systems in place that will make sure that anybody can come up and become a leader from nowhere. All right. And then this is what is going on. You see, well, with kudos to what they are saying, Trump himself is an Ivy League, graduate. It's good. People don't know, but people think because of the rhetorics, because of what he says, see, Trump is good. He articulates his positions. He knows the policies. He knows the workings of government. He has done it before when he was there. If not the COVID-19 and the issues that they had then when he came up as president, American economy was still doing well. So this is a clue for all the leaders in this country that when you do well, it is possible for people to bring you up and come and vote for you again to become where you want to be.
Right, and I think also mentioned that it's also a lesson that when you fall, you can still rise again.
Of course.
That when you look at Donald Trump and what happened, he lost the election and then he's back again and he won with a landslide victory. That it's a lesson for everyone that when you fall, and then he has also said that he would also continue to contest as long as he
has boosted his own self-esteem too.
Exactly, as long as he has good health, he will continue to contest. Now, talking about that, Donald Trump is now the president-elect for the United States, and we know how his policies can be. We know the effect of these policies on whether it's on trade, climate agreements, or alliances. Now, how do you expect global leaders to engage with the Trump administration when he eventually becomes the 47th president of the United States? What are the implications of this? How do you think these policies would affect countries, our country and other countries around the world as well? What impact would it have?
You see, the implications sometimes for some countries is going to be grave. It's going to be a very huge, implication in the sense that Trump wants to. What he has been championing and what he has been saying is that let's take America back. Let's take America back means everything is for America. I don't care what the world is doing. You're doing climate change. You're doing this. That's your business. You remember the last time he was on board. He actually made America not to pay for some climate agreements that they have had. They did not pay for it. So, see, the world knows what is coming. Whether you like it or not, the world needs to prepare on their own. Trump does not care. What he is concerned is about America. Whether he puts America in the right place where he wants them to be. That's what he's concerned about. And that's what Americans want. That's why they give him the votes. So, let me tell you, it's just like the climate change issues. You know that Trump is not going to get involved. You have to manage it yourself. You have to do what you want to do. All the pledges that America has done, know that none is going.
And a lot of countries actually rely on these pledges.
Yes, and he is telling you to go and grow your country. Go and grow your own country. Don't depend on American dollar, or don't depend on American money. And this is what they have been doing in the BRICS countries. If you look at the BRICS countries, Brazil, India, China, Russia, South Africa, and plus other add-ons now. Some people have also joined. The BRICS countries are planning to have a universal money currency that they are going to use, that they are going to be using. And this is where it comes up. You see, people need to think out of the box to actually lead their countries. Forget the American dollar. Forget the American economy, whether America is going to give you money or not. Let's have competent leaders all over the world that are handling their country.
All right, so it's a lesson for all leaders to sit up and handle their business.
For goodness sake.
All right.
That's what it should be.
All right, let's take some reactions right here. You can call us on 0913-655-6952, 0913-655-6952. You can also send us messages via SMS or WhatsApp, 0913-655-6864. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Bisola.
Good morning.
Good morning, our guest.
Good morning, sir.
Yemi Asaju is my name. I'm calling from Meloni.
All right, good to have you, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see, comparing America election with Nigerian election, it's like comparing electric bulb with a hurricane lamp. You see, Americans know what it means to vote and who to vote for. They know what it means to vote and who to vote for.
Are you saying Nigerians don't?
Not many. Not many. And most of us, we vote because of inducement. We vote because of what we want to get, our own personal interest, and not in the interest of the nation. Then technology has also helped to make their election seamless. Now, coming to Atiku. Atiku was a product of flawed election. That was what made him the vice president. He himself personally confessed. Now, he has contested all the election he lost in court. Even the election between him and Tinubu. Now, what are the solutions? All those contesting election must put the interests of the nation first above self-interest. Then sensitization and good and sound education for voters and umpires. And another thing is that all our contestants must see election as a game, as a sport. So they should deploy the spirit of sportsmanship into any election they contest. And all contestants must not see it as a must that any election they contest, they have to win. And when they lose, they should forget about election and focus on the interests of Nigeria. You see America in the next 2 weeks or immediately after Trump is sworn in now, you will not hear anything about all those parties again. Everything they discuss will center on how to develop America. But here in Nigeria, it is not like that. It is pull him down syndrome. Pull him down syndrome. Rolling out statistics that are not realizable. Thank you.
All right.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, I have to put it in perspective too. Actually, I agree with the caller, but I still have to put in perspective that the electoral body too should do well enough to make sure that people don't go to court. Because when the electoral body is not transparent enough, it shows that people have to. It makes people want to go to court to actually contest the election.
So you think it's lack of transparency that is causing all of this back and forth?
Going to court, yes, because
we don't see that happening in America. Kamala has accepted defeat, and everyone has moved on.
See, let me tell you, overwhelmingly in the sense that even in America now, the Republicans are dominating the Senate. They've dominated the representatives, House of Representatives. So what else do you want? So Americans have made their voice known, and nobody's contesting anybody because it is transparent enough. Nobody needs to go to court because you know that the system is transparent. This is what people want. This is what they have voted for.
All right, let's take more reactions right here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, darling sister.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
The physicist.
All right.
Good morning, ma'am.
Professor Sayodele, special mother, remain my name.
All right, go ahead, ma'am.
And bring good tidings and double glory to you all.
Thank you.
Speaking about the election of America, it's a very big advanced country. And our people in Nigeria, they used to go there and see their system. But only God will enter our leaders and the politicians to imitate America. See the peaceful election, no riots, no violence. We just hear positive results. And you know, Trump is back because God has that destiny for him that he will rule again. We should continue to pray to God Almighty that waiting God has for us. You know, Nigeria, we just vote to lobby, to waste money, to lobby, so to look for a post, to look for deafness. That's what is warning us. But we still pray that we should continue to imitate America now, 2007, by special grace of God.
All right, thank you so much, Professor. Thank you for calling. Thank you. 0913-655-6952. Let's take one more call and we go on a quick break. 091-3655-6952. You can also send in your messages via SMS or WhatsApp. 091-3655-6864. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Bamidele is my name. I'm calling from Lamodi.
All right, good to have you, sir.
Yes, I would have been disturbed if I couldn't get you. Because my brother and a good friend, Mr. Yemi Asaju, whom I expected to say what I want to say, didn't say. It is not all that 100% good in America. There are many things we don't look into.
All right.
If Trump had lost the election, there would have been chaos as there was in the last time when he lost the election. That's number one. Number two, money played role in this election in America. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, who is supporting Trump, was giving out $1 million per day in the name of betting throughout the election. We don't see anything good in Nigeria. Even your guest said it, that the last election was not fair and fair. Until we have that mind that somebody must win election, not necessarily a preferred candidate, it is then we'll have peace. It's not everything that is bad about Nigeria election. The last election, Tinubu lost in Lagos. Nigerians are not taking care of that. I mean, they are not taking note of that. They continue. Somebody had, for the first time, a president had just 8-point-something million votes. See, Nigeria are still condemning the election today. We should learn how to see good things in Nigeria also.
All right.
God bless Nigeria.
All right. God bless Nigeria.
Yeah, what we're saying is Trump, actually what he said is true. If Trump had lost, he wouldn't have even accepted the result. That's true. The rhetoric should have been there about, they
he even gave a clause that he would accept defeat if the election was fair and credible.
That's the same thing I'm saying, that if it's free and fair. The problem I have, why I talked about the electoral body was, not showing us in real time the election results the last time. That's what I'm against.
Okay, so you're saying that would have put people's minds to rest.
Good. Nobody would have even thought about, this election is so in real time, because that's what they promised the electorate, that they were going to show it in real time. But they backtracked on the election day. So that's where I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about who is going to be the leader or not. That's not my business.
All right.
Who wants to be the leader? If Nigerians choose him, no problem.
All right. Let's take one call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, that's Charles calling from London.
All right, Mr. Charles, welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Our election to be more authentic, we suppose they can be able to make law of electoral college. Because most of our voters, they don't know, they are just voting. They don't know who is who. But we have a electoral college. Learned people is selecting people that we need in Nigeria. Even if a person won outside, I did not win in the electoral college. The electoral college are person that those group that we decide who will do Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. What do you think about that? Adopting that at this point?
That is difficult in this country, actually. It's difficult. It's difficult to actually adopt electoral. The electoral is an advanced country in America that can adopt such things. You know, we are a diverse country. We religious diversions and a lot of ethnic issues and problems. So we can't. You see, you can't choose one like Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Nevada, Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan. Why are they better than New York? Yeah, another. Nigerians wouldn't accept such things. I don't think so.
Okay, so you don't think we should adopt that?
It's not going to be possible.
All right, let's go on a quick break. When we return, we'll be taking more of your reactions. Please send us messages via SMS or WhatsApp 091-3655-694 or 091-3655-6862. I still have with me Comrade Ahmed Adeyemi. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀?
Abẹ́rẹ́ wa ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
Òótọ́ ló sọ, ṣé bí ìtò lè gún fúnra ẹni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò dẹ̀ dùn mí, kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò ń kankan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù mẹ́ta, ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù mẹ́ta tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn, ṣàlè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, jẹ́ ká máa lọ ìfẹ́ mi.
Olówó orí mi nìyẹn.
Láti lo abẹ́rẹ́ tá à ń gún fara ẹni ti ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí yìí nígbà alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó súnmọ́ jù fún ìgbaninímọ̀ràn. Ṣèwádìí nípa àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tó wà. Wà lórí Airtel lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó o tẹ 4 kó sì tẹ 0 tàbí kó o kàn sí discoveryourpower.org. Federal Ministry of Health àti the Society for Family Health ló mú ìkéde yìí wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín.
Hello there. Looking for fun, laughter, entertainment, dance, trend, want to mingle or connect, some relaxation, and many more? Search no further. Diamond Amusement Park, located at Plot 2 New Yidi Road, Ilori, is where you get those. We've got pendulum, carousels, rocket launcher, roller coaster, Oculus Quest, swimming pool, table tennis, bumper car, swing, seesaw, horse merry-go-round, slides, lawn tennis, video games PS4, piggy cart, to mention few. Feel the adrenaline rush as I list our game. Want to celebrate your child's birthday, graduation, reunion, get together, or want to surprise your friend, partner, or family? Come visit Diamond Amusement Park today and you'll be glad you did. Refreshment is available at affordable rate. Gate fee is 500 naira. For further inquiry, call 080-2677-3152 or visit Plot 2 New Yidi Road, Ilori. Diamond Amusement Park, truly home of unlimited fun.
Dìde kára ó lè. Dìde kára ó lè. Ó yá lé dànù orí fífọ́, lé dànù ara ríro, lé dànù òtútù ibà, lé dànù. For fast relief of cold pain, fever and headache. Dìde kára ó lè kókó.
Ẹ sọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù ibà tara ríro kí wọ́n kán lùgbó one time. Kára ó lè ti dé o. Àgbáwọlé ní iṣẹ́ ni àkàwọlé ń tẹ̀ kan. Koríko tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ti tẹ̀ òtún gbérí mọ́. Dìde kára ó lè lúbúlúbú funfun pẹ̀ èrúkù sarajọ mẹ́ra yágágá. Àjàká kò tí sọkọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù ibà tara ríro lágọ̀ọ́ ara. Káì! Kàṣàkàṣà knockout. Agbára ju agbára lọ. Dìde kára ó lè jagunla bí olùgbòǹgbò gàjàtọ̀ ara jà tó ketílẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ ìlúra kẹgbà. To Yield Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi kápò oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe. Bára rẹ̀ ò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Má ṣàfihàn o, kàn sí dókítà rẹ̀.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀?
Abẹ́rẹ́ wa ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
Òótọ́ ló sọ, ṣé bí ìtò lè gún fúnra ẹni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò dẹ̀ dùn mí, kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò ń kankan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù mẹ́ta, ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù mẹ́ta tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn, ṣàlè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, jẹ́ ká máa lọ ìfẹ́ mi.
Olówó orí mi nìyẹn.
Láti lo abẹ́rẹ́ tá à ń gún fara ẹni ti ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí yìí nígbà alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó súnmọ́ jù fún ìgbaninímọ̀ràn. Ṣèwádìí nípa àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí
níbi tó wà wà lórí airtel lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó tẹ 4 2 1 kó sì tẹ 0 3 0 tàbí kó kàn sí discoveryourpower.org. Federal Ministry of Health àti the Society for Family Health ló mú ìkéde yìí wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuned in and joining us, you're listening to the news on the Diamond Breakfast Show. I said news on the hour. It's not yet time for that. All right, it's still the Diamond Breakfast Show reaching you from our studios, Diamond 88.7 FM. Ilorin. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. I still have with me Comrade Ahmed Adeyemi. And this morning, we're taking a look at the just concluded elections in the United States of America, which saw Donald Trump emerge as the winner of that particular election. And we're taking a look at the lessons that we can take from that as Nigerians, even as electorate. What can we take, or what can we deduce from the actions and reactions of people of the United States of America, the turnout of the people, and all of that? All right, keep the reactions coming in. Let's take one or two more and then move on to the second story. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Where I congratulate.
What's your name?
All
right,
sir.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
You see, I congratulate Donald Trump for the success in the election. Now, you see, if we bring this back to Nigeria, I want to say this. Either you are INEC staff, security agent, politicians themselves, and other participators in the election. The first thing remains that we are all Nigerians. And there's this factor in Nigeria that is not making our system to work, and that is corruption. You see, to win an election, politicians have seen it as a do-or-die affairs. And that is why they go all out to ensure that they do all they could to win the election.
Okay.
And it's because of this, they now go to INEC staff, begin to, grease their palm, allegedly, so as to work in their favor. And when they don't win the election now, they will now go to court. I think we have seen cases whereby if somebody is declared winner, and it goes to court, at the end of the day, the court will now say it's not the winner. Why are all these things happening? It's still all bogged down to corruption. Until we begin to see ourselves as one, until we begin to see surface as a selfless, then things will improve. Every Nigerian that's going to election go there because of service interest. If you look at there's this speech made by the new Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, something at DOE or something, when he was working as economic advisor to the Vice President. He said for every president that has come to our office, nobody has come for the interest of Nigeria, but for their own personal interest. And the case is not big. And that is why when you say a humanitarian ministry, go and give loan to people to better their life. You pocket is such thing. Are they good Nigerians in that respect? So if we take corruption out of our system, there's no policy that is not good, and there's no system that is not good. But the people that manage it are the problem. America, you have said, is a developed country, right? We too can develop if we change our ways and we change our mindset.
Thank you so much, Alhaji Tayo.
I totally agree. I totally agree with what he has said. But let me relate it with what has happened in America when Elon Musk was doling out $1 million. People they went to court to challenge it, and the court said he can't do it. So you see, that's the difference between we and them. You do these things, people will take you to court to challenge what you're doing. And when the courts and people believe in the court, they believe in their system. But in Nigeria, even the judiciary, most of us sometimes we don't believe in the judiciary. So we have, like he said, systemic corruption issues that has not made us to believe in those that are in public offices.
How do we now address all of these issues? Because these are critical issues that are affecting us. There's lack of trust between those that are ruling us, between our arms of government and the people. How do we now address all of these problems such that we can believe in a Nigeria where you would go out and know that your vote counts? Even if your winner, your candidate does not win, you would agree and accept the results, with a good heart.
If it's about elections, the only way out is for there should be a constitution, actually, a constitutional review that will make INEC truly independent. Truly independent, there should be a different allocation to INEC. That is not coming from, the executive or the presidency. That is a statutory allocation, constitutional allocation to INEC.
All right.
This is straightforward. As soon as we get that right, and INEC itself is truly independent, I think we nip all these things in the bud. Because the way we are going is because some people determine what's going to happen in INEC. The person that comes to as professor, it should be a constitutional role. It should be a constitutional funding, and it shouldn't be about the presidency.
All right. Let's take some reactions here. This one says our problem is we don't see anything good in ourselves. Money played a lot in the U.S. elections. We basically based our votes only on religion and tribe, even including the educated. The enlightened should educate the unenlightened. We should get there one day. That's from Adeyemo Aliu from Off. And this one says, good morning, Bisola and Mr. Adeyemi. Okay, Mr. Yemi Ashaju already spoke my mind. Also the second caller and the analyst in the studio. I heard that one of our senators went to America to observe the INEC chairman, Okay. I hope they would do better this time around. Lukman from Ogbomosho. All right, while we're still talking about that, keep sending in your reactions via WhatsApp. We'll take them in good time. But let's quickly move on to the second story. And this is the issue of outgoing governors or our electoral people we have elected into office making critical decisions few hours to the end of their tenure. And now we're taking a look at Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State. As he approaches the end of his tenure, he has decided to convert political appointees into civil servants. And this has sparked controversy. This concern was raised by the All Progressives Congress, APC, who said that the move could be a strategy to influence the incoming administration or secure loyalty among officials. It says this situation highlights broader questions about the decisions that, a lot of political, and this is not just in Edo State. We have seen it happen in other states. And then the other administration now comes in and decide to step down whatever decisions. It causes a lot of issues, a lot of back and forth. Why do you think they make this last minute changes or last minute decisions when it is time for government officials to leave office? Why?
Like we said, you see, the problem we have is, I don't know why our leaders sometimes, they are not selfless about their service to the people. You see, selflessness makes you think that there's going to be tomorrow and that somebody else is going to take charge and that you should leave the office for the person to actually make his own decisions.
In a good state.
You see, because now you want to choke the person that is coming. This thing, it has happened in Osun State. It has happened in Kwara, the Sunset Teachers, if you remember.
Yeah.
It has happened most of the states. I don't know why people keep doing the same thing, repeating the same thing. Why should it go on like this? For goodness sake, if you have lost an election and you are challenging it in court, and it doesn't mean you have to choke the next person that is coming.
So do you think the move is deliberate? Do you think that action is deliberate?
Of course it's deliberate. This is a deliberate action that we have seen. It's not only him, that have been done by most governors in Nigeria. And these actions, I think there should be a constitutional provision, or House of Assembly legislative positions on these issues.
All right.
I think when they come in, there should be a way for them to actually put it into legislation that when you're leaving, maybe 6 months to you shouldn't employ people into any office. If you have not done that, how can you rule for 8 years? You did not do that, and you're doing it at the tail end of your administration. It shouldn't be so. I think there should be a legislative action against it in the House of Assembly throughout the whole states in Nigeria. And so you see, these things are not issues. The problem is, like you said, corruption is the issue. Most of our legislative members too are into all this corrupt practice. They're in cohorts with the governor, so they do all manner of things that the governor wants them to do. They are, even if it's something that is is legal, but it doesn't have a human face, and people keep doing these things. Even like House of Assembly members, most of them are redundant. They don't do anything. They just go there to collect the money and go away and go to their houses. Everything's being done by the governor. And we say we have members that are representing us who cannot do things that the people have sent them there to do. And these are the issues.
All right. Thank you, Comrade Ahmed Adeyemi. We need to go on a quick break. When we return, we'll be taking more reactions on this particular story. 0913-655-6952. That is the number to call. Please stay with us. right, it is still the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorry. We have reactions coming in. Do let us know what you think about government officials making critical decisions towards the tail end of, their tenure. And my guest has said that there should be legislations put in place to ensure that this doesn't happen. But let's take a look at the potential risk of this now. This has been done. It's been alleged that, he was supposed to do this 8 years during his tenure, the 8-year tenure, but he did not do it. That there has been vacancies in the civil service, but this particular governor refused to do it. Now he's doing it, and the APC is claiming that it is intentional to actually put a lot of strain, a lot of pressure on the incoming administration. Now, what risk does this pose? Because definitely they have also said that anyone that has been employed during this period will be stepped down when the incoming administration comes in. Now, this back and forth, the effect on the citizens, because definitely these are people who are citizens of the state who have been put into the civil service. What risk does this pose for the incoming and the outgoing administration?
You found out that the problem is it's pain for the citizens actually, because when you have been given employment, like let me give you an example what happened in Kwara where the sunset teachers, most of them felt most of them felt they have gotten jobs and they were step down from the jobs. And these are the issues. Let me tell you what is happening in this economy now, where there is a whole lot of pain for the citizens. People are going through a lot. So when you say you want to give them employment and somebody else is coming, it's going to create animosity. And a lot of animosity is going to be with the person that is coming in. Who is going to step them down? You are putting him in bad light from the first day in office, trying to make sure that, because now he doesn't know the finances, the position of the finance book of Edo State. So he cannot even be able to make informed decisions until he gets there to know that. You'll be surprised that when he gets there and looks at the position of the finance book of Edo State, you find out that this guy is just trying to kill me. He's just trying to choke me. He's just trying to make me not to be able to deliver to the people. And the people will not understand that. These are the implications.
And they would hold him accountable.
Yes, they will say,
happens during his administration.
This is administration. This guy, he doesn't like us. He doesn't want to put us in the job. And this is not about the government. It's about the citizens. People should make decisions because of the citizens of this country, not because of their own selfish interests.
All right, let's take reactions right here. 0913-655-6952. Please ensure that your comments are short and precise. We do not have a lot of time on the program this morning. Hello, good morning.
Well done, my sister.
Thank you.
Guest.
All right.
Professor Sayodele from the airport.
All right, go ahead, ma'am.
I won't take you back, but I know our representatives in America, they will bring correct answer back to the Mr. President.
Okay.
And this result of America election will be area of concentration to 207 by special grace of God.
All right.
Talking about the governor of the Edo, we must fear God. We must be sincere. The man is ready to put liability down for incoming governor, which is not proper. He must know that he's going. And he must allow the new governor to have his own style too. He's supposed not to put liability down. This is what is affecting us.
All right.
This is the corruption. Bad habit.
Thank you, ma'am.
They don't like. They are not fear God.
All right.
That's why the man is ready to put liability down for the incoming governor.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your reaction. 0913-655-6952 or 08088878887. You can also send us messages via SMS or WhatsApp 0913-655-6864. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Bisola, it's me, Yemi Asaju again.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
You see what we are discussing now, the issue under discourse now. You see, it's one of the problems your political leaders.
It's our political leaders, Mr. Yemi.
No, they are yourself, Bisola, and your guests. They are your political leaders.
You're a Nigerian as well, sir.
You see, these are some of the problems they create to make things difficult for those coming behind them. Especially if such a person is not their preferred candidate. You see, our electoral law and the constitution of the country must be religiously and thoroughly overhauled. You see, the administrative and political landmines Obaseki is creating is deliberate. You see, there have been reports of his recklessness ever since he lost that election. You see, you remember this, the case of the 16 lawmakers he refused to swear in is still pending. So He's just trying to make things difficult for the man that is coming to take over from him. And you see, the bandwagon effect of what he's doing now will be on those he has deliberately fixed into the public service.
Right.
I think again, because this man will take a second look at it, and if he does not deserve any good merit, they may be thrown out of job,
right.
and that will not be too good.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayemi Ashaja. Thank you for calling. 0913-655-695.
So
you wanted to add something?
Yeah, you see, the Obaseki that we know, is not desperate. He's desperate in the sense that he's going. He never envisaged that this time will come where he has to leave office without his own anointed candidate. So you see, most politicians actually, they are always desperate at this time, and this is this desperateness that we're saying.
Right.
And Mr. Aswejo has said it. Aswejo has said it. Because these are tornadoes and that have been laid down for the incoming governor, and then he has to be careful because the people will go against the person if a whole lot of people are being thrown out of the public service.
All right. 0913-655-6952. Hello. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Madam Bisola.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Morning to our guests out there. My name is Officer Mutiu, calling from Ilorin.
All right, Officer Mutiu, welcome.
On the issue of Obaseku, that's the desperation from our political leaders. At least we are all human beings. If a day will come, and whether we like it or not, it's a day that will go. As you are entering into an office today, be planning for your exit. Because it's a natural justice to surely come, and there's no gainsaying it. Those that is explaining to the government, they are going to be laid off. We should not deceive ourselves. We are all human beings. They are going to be laid off. There's no two ways about that one.
Right.
And on the first issue, there is no way they are not spending money for election. It's the way and manner we are spending it differs from country to country.
Okay.
Yes, it differs from country to country. But on our own part here, the electoral body, we are just putting the blame on them. It's the politicians that we need to talk to. Yes, they are the ones that want to win election at all costs. Let me give you an instance. In 2007, we went for a tribunal in Port Harcourt. Do you know one of the petitioners asked to approach the secretary that he should help him to see all the 5 judges, that is going to give them 100 million then. Yes, if the judges are not resolute, that no, we are not for that here. We come for justice. So the politicians are very desperate to get to office.
All right.
So it is not left for we, the masses. We need orientation. That your guest in the house, it needs to go back to its own locality. So it should be orientating people. Let's start from there. Before we not take it to the center.
All right, thank you so much. As much as we're talking about it, we all have a role to play in our own little communities, in our own little clusters. We have a role to play.
Of course.
All right. Before we take other reactions, let's quickly touch on the national grid issue that people have called epileptic national grid. Jokingly, people have even talked about, teaching people who handle the national grid CPR so that they can resuscitate it whenever it collapses. But it's no longer funny. It is something that affects lives, that affects businesses. These frequent collapses reportedly now have collapsed about 10 times now this year alone, and it has affected lots and lots of things. Now, recently, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, requested a supplementary budget to address the recurring grid failures. The plan includes increased investment aimed at stabilizing the grid infrastructure, enhancing resilience, and preventing future collapses. The investigative panel, also tasked with reviewing these failures, have submitted its findings, which Adelabu believes will guide effective interventions and reforms. Now, let's talk about this. Asking for more funding. Is that what we need at this point in time? And do you think it can help solve the problem of this national grid collapse? Was that the problem in the first place? Lack of proper funding or adequate funding? Was that the major reason why we were having this national grid collapse from time to time? What exactly is the issue that they have not discovered till now, such that we keep having it over and over again? If it's not a disturbance, it will be a complete collapse and all of that.
You see, first, I think the minister is trying not to be, truthful to Nigerians.
How so?
Also is that in the sense that if you look at, I listened to the TCN director when he came on channels to talk about the issue. If when it was the 8th, I think the 8th collapse, the 8th.
The one in October.
The one, yes. And he came on board and talked about a whole lot of issues, a lot of destabilization of the networks by hoodlums and a whole lot of issues concerning destabilization. But you see, the first thing is the minister talking about funding again. You see, the electricity tariff have been increased because of these issues. The issues were why the reasons that was given for increasing electricity tariffs was because they told us that there was going to be a whole lot of investments in that sector.
All right.
The investors were going to come in because if the electricity tariffs are increased, and the electricity tariffs have increased, and you're still demanding for extra supplementary funding. Now the issue is, since the electricity tariffs has been increased, this is when these issues started reoccurringly. Since the electricity tariffs were increased, so why is it that it is when the electricity tariffs has been increased
that we now
keep having these issues? Now, what I think, and what according to what I heard the director say,
all right,
I think the issue is about giving out electricity. Nigeria he told us that Nigeria is giving electricity to Togo, Benin Republic, and to Niger. That's what he said. According to him.
All right.
Now, if electricity tariffs are being exported and Nigerians are suffering the backlash in the sense that our national grid is always collapsing. So what I don't know, because I'm not an expert in that field, is whether as the national grid is collapsing, whether they are still supplying electricity to
these other
countries. So if we are exporting our electricity and we don't have electricity,
suffering for it.
So this there should be a balance, for goodness sake.
All right.
It's not about making money only. It's about giving your own people, serving your own people, giving them service
first,
to make sure
Nigerians first.
Yes, but it's not about you're taking it as you're making more money and you're telling us that you need supplementary funds. Are those countries not paying for the electricity?
All right, let's take some reactions. We need to go. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, 0913-655-6952. This one says, we all have the same, we are all the same because in a labor-controlled state, same will happen because an average Nigerian sees a public office as a personal, I don't know, I don't understand this message. Please send it again. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? All right, good to have you in 30 seconds, sir.
This brings us back to the issue of corruption I talk about. If the minister...
Oh, no. Please call us back, Alaji Tayolowo. This one says on the second segment, I think it is wickedness of the highest order. Why were those changes not taking place the first day you assumed office? With this kind of system, the state can't grow. This is JC Obasan from Ofa. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
On Obaseki.
All right.
EFCC is waiting for him. That's one good thing.
Okay.
On electricity, I want to tell you this thing is pure sabotage. Nothing more. Sabotage.
Who are those sabotaging the sector?
Political sabotage.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bola. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling Mr. Babidele. All right.
Well, I let me just make one comment. Though me personally, I don't think it's political sabotage.
All right.
Because if it's political sabotage, I think the government itself would have come out to tell us it's a political sabotage.
Okay.
So I don't think so.
So it isn't. All right. Thank you so much. But really, really do hope that those concerned do something about it. It is something that has affected the livelihood of every Nigerian one way or the other. Thank you so much to my guest,
Thank you,
Comrade Ahmed Adeyemi, for coming. It was a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you to everyone who called in on the program and sent in messages as well. This is where we call it a wrap on the program. Please ensure that you continue to do your part as Nigerians. As much as the system is not how we want it to be, there is still a lot that needs to be done, and it starts with you. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. Have a lovely rest of the day.
In the finest city of Ilori lies a secret.
Diamonds 88.7 FM.
Radio like no other.
88.7 FM. Diamond.
Tune in and discover